devastating news to come conveniently right after the midterm elections. I think that it's just interesting that a plaintiff came forward claiming that this is discriminatory when they themselves have had PPP loans forgiven. And so I don't know, a mix of like, sad devastation and also just kind of like a little bit like anchoring, but also energizing, where it's like we really need to put a lot more pressure on Biden and also really galvanize folks who do have student loan debt and organize in order to figure out some way to get this relief.
Before we knew about the loan forgiveness, it had never even crossed my mind as an option. After the potential of the loan forgiveness being real and the application being real is when I started to allow myself to dream that maybe that could happen. But the Texas ruling makes me think maybe it was just a pipe dream after all.
It's just kind of like sad in a way where you feel like there's all this effort that's been done for years and years and years, and you're almost at the finish line, and then the rug kind of gets pulled from underneath you. And so I think that's where a lot of people are feeling right now, where we feel a little bit tricked, and not necessarily because of the administration, but because your government is supposed to work in favor of the people, and you really realize that this is not student loan debt cancellation really doesn't hurt anybody. It's not going to hurt anyone besides servicers who really are just profiting off the interest of student loan debt. And so at the end of the day, we're going to keep fighting. Hopefully, the court rules, the appeal, goes through and the next court rules in our favor.
I don't feel that the wool is pulled out from under me, because I don't believe that I would have accepted it until my actual number on my account went down to that 6,000. And so for me, it was like, awesome. I'm so excited to have applied, but I'm not going to take it to the bank until I see that it's actually happened. So this feels like more of the same to me.
We're not really able to plan financially for the next year because you don't really know the expenses that you're going to have, whether you're going to have this monthly payment for student loans or not, and how that process is going to work.
I remember at 18 thinking, what's the difference between $10,000 and $100,000 in debt if I'm making this much money, right? Like I remember and maybe that was misguided of me. But I had this feeling at 18 that, really F the world, F the government. I'm not paying these loans back. The system is messed up. Who cares? That's later's problem. And I still kind of feel that way. Regardless of what happens with this Texas bill, I know I'm not paying those loans back. That's not my problem.